Welcome to the BR Report, the Black Revolutionary Report. What's happening, y'all? So what's happening in your neck of the woods? Let me check and see what's happening in my neck of the woods for a moment. Hold on.
And for vehicle fire, 1030 Shenandoah Road.
A what?
39.
Vehicle fire.
Callers advising that there's flames in the engine, smoking, we got fire started.
Flames in the engine, huh? Well, I tell you what, flames in the engine ain't as bad as this. And for educational purposes only, and well, not entertainment, because we would never call a thing like this entertainment. But I would say one thing: they did some hero shit at the end. But let's talk about it for a minute before we start. All I want to say is this: before you go running up in people's houses, you're supposed to announce yourself. Now, I'm sure y'all probably know about this already, but if you don't, you're about to find out. Well, let's just say these cops didn't get the memo that you're supposed to announce yourself as the police and bang on the door in a nasty, aggressive manner. See, they probably teach them that in the academies. I don't know. But anyway, let's get back to it. Where is it? Okay, we already covered that. Okay. And the New Jersey man who was run down, the FedEx driver, gosh, and all of this. No, that was something else. Trying to get to this because there's been so much happening. It's like, man, the video speak for itself. But sometimes I like to speak for the video instead of Harry Reasoner. This is your 60-minute report, but I'm going to go for a 45-minute report because I don't want to be like Harry Reasoner. Plus, I could probably do more push-ups than him and faster. Aha! Here we go. Drum roll, please. Women drum rolls and stuff like that. All right. Oh, by the way, bring y'all in with a prayer. Father of the universe, bless everybody that's on the other end. Appreciate y'all being here, because you could be over, matter of fact, we got to protest this war too, because we don't want none of ours 18 to 24 automatically drafted. No, want to ask us first, and the answer is no. Otherwise, you'll be under the Iron Dome talking about it looks safe to us, and next thing you know, you'll be like, man, what's that flying overhead? I tell you what, I'd be like running, man. Get me the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I said, look here, I'll tell you what. If you put any black youth on the front lines to die in your BS, we ain't going for it. You know what I mean? Because they might pull out their own thing and say, I snuck this in my bag and it's got a switch on it. You know what I mean? Let's shoot our way up out of there, onto the helicopter, up out of there, So you won't take me home, we'll take us home. Up, here they come. They can't stand a black man on the rise. I'm just saying. But here we go. Let's play this because this is what happens when you enter people's homes. Oh, we was going to read the whole thing now because wouldn't want to say, well, they blew up, but who blew them up and why? Here's the why. Okay. Cops knocked off their feet by a huge explosion after responding to a domestic dispute. Suspect is unaccounted for. A 50-year-old suspect who allegedly caused the house explosion had arrived at a family member's house in Queens, apartment in Queens, with a knife. He was armed with a knife. And seven New York police officers and a sergeant were violently blown off their feet by a house explosion in Queens on Thursday morning. The officers were entering the home, and they ain't knocked. They're trying to be sneaky about it. They were entering the home to check on a domestic dispute call. See, this is where they start lying, because the lady had already been outside and gave them the keys. So it wasn't like they checking on no domestic dispute call. They took her word and took the keys and didn't knock or ring the bell, or at least turn the radios up and say, "It's the police, open the damn door." You know how they do. But the dispute call, anyway, they said they were there for the domestic dispute call received minutes earlier. The police said the suspect, believed to have caused the dispute, and the ensuing explosion, 50-year-old Anrup Parazaram. So you know that ain't one of us, that's for sure. Leaves us, we in the clear. We ain't got to worry about this. Say, look, you fit the description. Bullshit. Anyway, bull sauce. 50-year-old named Anrup Parazaram remains unaccounted for. I better not mess with him. Might try to blow me up too, but I'm gonna see him coming. I'm like, captured. How much you say the reward was? Unaccounted for, and the investigation they searched through the rubble for him. I guess they thought it was Barney Rubble, but anyway, 7 New York police officers and a sergeant were violently thrown off their feet earlier Thursday morning by an explosion in Queens that happened right at the moment they were entering the home and find the suspect of domestic dispute call was gone. And the cop, you already know the cops was knocked off their feet. And Pazaram is definitely not a hood name, that's for sure. You know, ain't one of us. But you never know. And I don't know. These days, we be having names that are like, man, I can't pronounce that. See, bye. Okay, and what's this say? Okay, well, y'all leave a comment on this too. You know, leave a comment and like, follow, and subscribe. Definitely follow. You gotta follow so you know when it's gonna pop up. Because this is one of them pop-ups. You know, when popped up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like a pop-up chart. I mean, you know, like a pop-up chart. Was it a Pop-Tart? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, hold on. Don't laugh. I said don't laugh. This shit ain't funny. Don't laugh. But y'all can clap for me. The crying, as we used to say back in the day. Give up a case of the clap. Give up a case of the clap. Thank you very much. And anyway, back to the domestic dispute. The suspect managed to. Now, this is the good part. We ain't got to the good part. Let me just tell y'all in my words, because they keep going back and forth about the violent explosion. Let me tell y'all what happened. He drunk as hell, right? And he go one spot, he raising hell over there, and they get domestic dispute call, right? So they go to check that out, but he done already left there. He armed with a knife, right? And he go and he get in another domestic dispute with his old lady, right? With his wife, and she got a daughter and grandkids downstairs, you know, his stepdaughter. So you know how that go. You know, she was to him a redhead stepchild, as we used to say back in the day, but not really, you know what I'm saying? But maybe, I don't know how the Passerams do that over in their neck of the country, or their country necks, or as we say over here, they, well, I ain't even gonna go there. Use your imagination. But all I'm gonna say about it is, let's make that widescreen. Hold on, should be looking at me. Let's focus on my hat. It matches the shirt. Yeah. And it matches the pants. Hold on. Y'all think I'm joking. Hold up. I can't get my foot up. Damn it. See, the hat matched the pants. That's my knee. And if I'm not careful, I'll bump my knee into my chin. And I'm not sure which is going to get hurt worse, my knee or my chin. So anyway, as you see my ensemble, but I had put great thought into it. I thought about it, and I said, you know what? The hat is cool because it matched the pants. And then the shirt, that kind of blend, you know, because one's solid, the other's solid, and then you got a print right here, you know. I said, but you know what's throwing the whole thing off? The green draws. I was like, no, man. See, I was going to wear camo earlier, and then I changed my mind. I said, you know what? I'm thinking, I'm feeling the gold. I'm feeling the gold, you know. Hey, y'all feeling the gold with me? See the lion on there? Because I'm the black lion, you know. The black Ophinum lion. I'm like, yeah, that's representing there. I said, but the draws is throwing the whole thing off with the green draws. So I changed the draws. I can't show y'all the draws unless I get 50,000 more followers. Well, 50,000 followers first. Then we'll go for 50,000 more. You know, there's over 50,000 people in the earth, and I'm looking for all of them to come on here, because otherwise they'll be looking at the fake news. Like what's your president name? Ronald Reagan. I just said that to be funny. Okay, here's a quiz. What is a revolution? But while you're thinking about that, let me play this, because I did tell y'all a little bit about it, but I didn't tell you the whole thing because I got caught up on the hat. I was like, well, damn, that shit match them pants too. I was like, damn, I started with the tan hat. The tan hat, that wouldn't have matched these pants. Y'all think I'm kidding. Hold on. I tried to show you the knee, but here you go. I'm going to just do a kick. Y'all have to catch it. There you go. I know I throw some fast kicks too. Wait a minute. Was that in the camera range? Hold on. I'm just going to raise it up. Now, anybody got that? Okay. I want somebody to pause it when I say pause. Pause. Mother. See, I said it too late. He'd be like, he tricked us. He said pause too late. He kicked too damn fast. And I just raised my leg. That wasn't even a kick. If it was kick, I'd be like, ah! He was like, man, I'll be broke something up in here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to break nothing. And I don't want Mr. Passeram to come over and blow nothing up. Oh, back to him. What happened was, he had 2 domestic disputes in one damn day. So the police was called to one spot, and, you know, he done took his drunk ass to the next spot. You know, like the drunken master and shit. He's stumbling down the street with a goddamn sword in his hand. At least he thought it was a sword. It was a goddamn knife. You know what I'm saying? He was armed with a knife. But that motherfucker thought it was a goddamn samurai sword. Wait a minute, hold on. Hat cool, but it's kind of blocking my view of the people and me. We got to be right here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what I was trying to say was that Mr. Passeram, he raising hell at one spot, and they like, we gonna call the police. He's like, he stumbled his drunk ass down the street, around the corner, up the bend, to another spot where his old lady at, right? And he started to hell with her. You know, and he's like, yeah, whatever language they speaking, because I'm thinking that's some Bangladesh type thing. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. I just don't know names past Smith and Jones, stuff like that. And, the Muhammad's, we always, if it's Shabazz, you can damn sure say that's black. You go to the Middle East and look in the phone book and try to find Shabazz. This man ain't no damn Shabazz. It's in the Middle East. It say we got Sanchez's in the Middle East, but we got no. Hold on, you be flipping the pages. No, I'm just joking. All the Shabazzes live over here. What are we talking about? No, I'm just kidding now. To the Shabazzes now. Y'all know who I'm talking about, but I ain't talking about nobody in particular. Because Malcolm X, his name was Shabazz, and I don't know where he got it, but because, it's just we evolve. And now back to Mr. Passaram, because what happened was Mr. Passaram, when he got into the dispute with his old lady, right? This is the second disturbance that he caused, right? They decide to leave, right? They decide to leave. And then he forced his way in the house by going through an air conditioning unit that was on the basement apartment of his daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law, his stepdaughter and her kids, right? They living in the basement, right, in an apartment. So I tell you right there, hey, this is not something we do. You'd be like, hey, look here, Junior, time to get to stepping. Say we require rent around here, and we got way too many rules. You already know what time it is. See, they be like, oh, we set you up in the basement, a full apartment in the basement. He probably done sealed off the damn steps where you can't go up the steps no more, and put them a damn hot plate in a damn microwave down there. That's your stove. This is your stove. And so where would the children sleep? That's a walk-in closet, not a walk-in closet. That is a bedroom for your children. They're little. They fit in the closet. You be like, where am I going to put my clothes? We don't worry about your clothes. You'll get you a little rack or something for that shit, or have the clothes over top of the children and make sure that the clothes don't fall on the kids. Duh. They know they little, no, they walk under the clothes, simple. But anyway, so the Passarams, they got the daughter-in-law in the basement, and Mr. Passaram, in his drunken state, he could figure out a genius fucking move, because that's what some genius shit. You could never figure this out if you were sober. Nah, you never understand. I saw that in Drunken Master. I think it was movie Drunken Master. It might have been Jackie Chan. He was like this here. He said, once you're drunk, you'll understand. You'll never understand until you're drunk. So here, take the bottle, get drunk, so you'll understand. You'll never understand anything as long as you're sober. So this motherfucker, excuse my language, but damn, and no cussing on the damn show. We're gonna have the police, the show police, come after it. What's gonna happen? There's something going on here. Y'all gonna have to pay me $25 for each cuss word. And I consider MF 2 words. It's not 1 word. It's not like M-F. Nope. 2 words. And kiss my, man, that's 3 words, right? Actually, that's only 1 word, to kiss and the and. We can exclude those. And, you got to be creative, like bull sauce. You got to be creative, like Mr. Passram, when he figured out that actually, you know what? That wasn't too hard for him to figure out, because he probably the one that put the damn air conditioning unit in the damn apartment in the first place. He's like, he knew damn well that he did not put it in properly. He say, man, I'm putting this in haphazardly, just as fast as possible, no screws, and say, it's okay. The thumbtack will hold. He knew that shit was held together by a thumbtack on both sides of the little pieces that the little plastic pieces. He's like, man, I'll punch through the plastic piece and raise the window up and he probably fell in with the damn air conditioning with his drunk ass. You know what I'm saying? But some kind of way, they said that he had bags in his hand. He had several bags in his hand that contained containers with some kind of liquid. It may have been gasoline, we don't know, but it just said it may have been, I don't know. The way that damn thing blew up, it might have been nitroglycerin. I have no idea how in the hell did this drunk ass, he had to been from no, he couldn't have been from Bombay. I know them names. Yeah, this sounds like somebody from Thailand, you know, one of them places where they ride elephants and shit. They don't be thinking like us, you know. We be thinking, man, I'm gonna strap up. They be like, I'm gonna take my drunk ass down to the goddamn store and I'm gonna give me some fucking containers full of gasoline. My drunk ass. He said, what you need, Mr. Sanchez? I said, you know I do. I mean, not Sanchez. He was pass around. I was like, God damn, what do they do for a living? He said, I ride the lawnmower. And I do the lawns. So I need 5 of these 20-gallon gasoline containers full to the brim. You know? Made a big operation. His drunk ass carrying bags of fucking gasoline. So he gets to the house, right? Pushes his way in through the damn air conditioning unit. Like I say, I don't know if he fell in with it or not. All I know is in his drunken state, is no way in hell he opened that damn window and that shit did not fall in. Because it fell in. Believe that. I don't know. They be kind of handy. They be handy with stuff. He could have probably raised the window up and knew that was going to fall. So he just held on to it and just pulled it out nice and easy. I'm going to put this on the side because I'm going to put it back in later after I blow the goddamn house up. Whew, man. So he set a booby trap for his old, well, I ain't finished the story. Okay, he get in there, hooping and hollering, they arguing, whatever, you know. And so his old lady and they escape, him and the daughter. I guess they figure he ain't gonna hurt the kids. And the kids in there with this crazy drunk ass, and he in there setting off booby traps so that when they come in, open that goddamn door, that's their ass. Only one problem with that scenario is the wife then called the police and say, I'm scared to go in the house. Here's the keys. You go in the house. I'm like, I think they set you up, officer. I'm sorry to say. But damn, the lady, she's like, man, madam, you need to go to jail. You know, set the police up. Because you know damn well your crazy ass husband was in there with all that goddamn gasoline or whatever the hell it was. But anyway, let's get back to, hold on. I don't want to get to it too fast. She get the police the keys and say, y'all go on in there, right? Y'all follow me so far? I'm a little nitpicking it so y'all can keep up. So his drunk ass in there by himself, right? So they think, yep, he done split. He done made it nice, nice and cozy for them for when they walk in that door and you want to go. Say what? Hello. Anyway, it went something like this. Wait. It went something like this.
What's his name?
Pass around. He didn't knock. He ain't ring the bell.
Yo.
I bet you'll knock next time.
Yo. You all right? The guy just lit the house on fire.
Nope, the police. house on fire. They didn't realize it was booby trap. The wife knew. It's her fault. The wife knew.
You guys good?
If everybody put in the chat, if y'all think the wife knew.
What's his name?
Because didn't he tell the wife beforehand, I'm going to blow this goddamn house up. Better not come back up in there. Watch it blow up. So this is what had happened. Hold on. What about? Ding dong, police. Don't come in here. Why not? You touch that door, you'll find out.
You know,
That's the top story of the evening.
you all right? The guy just lit the house on fire. We got an explosion.
I will say one thing though. They did go in and grab the keys. How about that?
6 Sergeant. FD.
I doubt if it was any of the ones that
You
just
guys
got
good?
blown off their feet. They were like, I'm not going back in there, Sarge. You never know. He might have set another baby trap. It might be a baby trap. Somebody check that baby for wires. And these people from them places like Vietnam and shit, where they be sending their babies over all wired up to blow up on your ass. Yeah, they actually documented in Vietnam, female jumpers will have their kids come over with their arms out.
How many more
like,
people are in the house?
help me. And the man
It's a baby platform with the mothers
shoot that.
struggle.
Anyway, that's why they was given orders to do stuff like that, you know? It sounds crazy as hell, but the sergeant be like, see there? He's got booby traps all over him. He said, oops, I missed. This one actually has baby powder all over him. My bad. Now let's get to the serious stuff.
I went to St. Louis, Missouri the other day. They had Black Panthers from all over the country. No one knew about it at all. They had machine guns, recoilless rifles, grease guns, Lugers, 25 of them, all armed. And the chief policeman at the airport when I arrived, they were there, right there at the steps. He said he was violating the law. Yeah, we're violating the law. He said, we're tired of our white and black leaders, Jackie and Martin and Bobby being killed. We're going to protect this man right here. They didn't arrest one of them. Because they say that if you arrest one, then someone's going to die. Because we are ready to kill. Like all means, black dignity. Just as surely as you're proud to be white, we're proud to be black. Black is beautiful, baby. It's pretty. I always say to my brothers, I say, they didn't worry about the white chicks. We got everything from chalk to charcoal in our own race. That's it. Black is beautiful. Black power means dignity. Means we're gonna walk side by side with you, or through you. We're gonna be with dignity and integrity. We don't want any more than you have, and we're not gonna accept any less than you have. That's my enough. in my deck 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that's below me. And they haven't even begun to pull a knife out, much less trying to heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there.